want you tonight to sit back and relax and enjoy the program that is dedicated to these women. And also, we want to thank you in advance for coming out in this cold weather to just enjoy these dedicated women, all right? All righty now. We're going to have our Pledge of Allegiance by Patricia Tish Jackson.
Good evening. May we all stand. That ones who can stand, if you can, just sit as your seat, and we'll pledge allegiance to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you so much.
Please remain standing. I'm sorry, please remain standing. Our national anthem will be sung by Miss Renata Thomas.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Thank you.
And at this time, we're going to have remarks from the mayor of this great city, Jersey City, Mayor Stephen Fuller.
Thank you. That's the best introduction, I tell you. So maybe I'll take a second, if you'll indulge me, and give you a little bit of background on the event tonight. You know, through the years, a lot of events come and go throughout Jersey City. Different administrations change a lot of different things. Different personnel come in. This one is one of the longest standing, consistent events that Jersey City has done for multiple decades. And it speaks to the importance that we place on it. And as somebody who goes to a lot of events like this, in the sense that we honor a lot of different communities in this council chambers, I can tell you it is a very, very rare situation where you get all of the council members showing up to honor somebody. And I think that speaks to the importance that they place on this as well today. And I know that this wouldn't be possible without their support. So I just ask you if you would join me in just a round of applause and the appreciation to them. I'll take a second before we turn it back over to the MC and tell you a little bit about what's happening in Jersey City and anecdotally maybe what I've learned from my experience through this event and some of the women leaders here in Jersey City. You know, proudly over the last 5 years, we've appointed, our administration, a little bit more than 60 leadership positions, division directors and directors to departments. And about 48% of those are women. And it is something that we're proud of because women are leading some of the most important functions that Jersey City has. If you think about our planning division, which is the busiest in the state of New Jersey, if you think about our redevelopment agency, if you think about our health and human services divisions, if you think about cultural affairs, if you think about a lot of the different touch points that you interact with in Jersey City, they are women leaders that are leading those people in those divisions within Jersey City. And I think that you see the impact they are making day in, day out. I can tell you anecdotally, I have the privilege of working with some strong women on the city council as well, representing some of the different wards. And I'll tell you, and I'll tell you anecdotally that as somebody who interacts with all 9 of them in different situations, in different formats, I see different types of issues that they care about. A lot of the men's city council talk a lot about the policing issues and the fire department and staffing issues and some of the density issues and size of buildings. And the women are more passionate, at least when they advocate to me, about some of the affordable housing issues, some of the social service issues, some of the issues that impact the poor within the community. And I think that speaks to some of the balance and some of the strength that we have here. So today, we're honoring some of the greatest women leaders that we have in Jersey City. We honor on a consistent basis with flag raisings all the different communities that we have, but today's special because we're honoring such a great group of women that touch so many different touch points within Jersey City. So I say congratulations to you all, and I know we have a terrific, terrific keynote speaker who has accomplished some tremendous stuff and being recognized nationally. We're proud to have her here in Jersey City, raising her family. And again, congratulations, and we expect to partner with all of you onto bigger and better great things over the next couple of years. Thank you.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. This is an honor to be here today. It's an honor to be in front of so many great people, especially the people that are getting awarded today. Thank you for all that you do. Thank you for being a role model for me. Growing up in Jersey City, born and raised. Okay, so this poem is called 3 Things I Learned Before Becoming a Woman. 3 things I learned before becoming a woman. 1, from birth, most of my choices were already chosen. I was given life to give life, to breathe life, to hold life, both inside and outside of my womb. I learned that trees are to oxygen as women are to lungs, holding space as you take a second to breathe while I hold my own. My baby dolls were my first teachers. As I stared into those eyes, I learned to care for someone who couldn't express what they need. This became a pattern. And here is the twist. The doll is not real, but her feelings are. And I wasn't playing with the doll was playing me. 2, puberty was nowhere near the beginning or the middle, it was more like the end. Right. Just another confirmation to a message I kept receiving. Mother Nature's way of greeting me into this club that I did not fit in, and I fought hard, plugging myself up with tissue because I did not want to bleed. I cried because I felt like I was losing things that gave me joy. I was told I could no longer play and climb with the boys. I could not be alone with boys. I will not dress up like a boy, and this was not fair. But that's just the way it was. My mother telling me it's different for girls. As she allowed my brother to spend the night out with his friends, I am 2 years and 7 days older than him, but I was the one who needed protection. I was the one who needed to be controlled. And this rage is seething and bubbling underneath, but they want me to call her a different name. Dramatic, sensitive, bad attitude, loud, filthy mouth. Rage by any other name would be just as fake. 3, not all women were created equal. But we are equally created at surviving in a world where our pain is silenced. Some of us were born in the wrong bodies. Some of us are pretty for dark-skinned girls, but too aggressive as a coworker. Some of us are told that our truths are lies and that we're crazy and bitter. Some of us live through traumas that are considered romantic gestures. Some of us have our hearts broken over and over again, but we'll piece that heart back together and put it back on our sleeves because we know we need to keep pushing. We know our heartbeat isn't just ours. If emotional labor became a payable skill, then every female alive would be a billionaire. Oprah would have more friends. I realized I rejected a seat at that table because the idea of what a woman should be rejected me. And this is where I started to rebel. So in conclusion, I learned to be a woman is to secretly know that everything is female. To know that I give birth to the problem and to the solution. That trans women are women who have no choice but to make us redefine womanhood out loud. That my voice is powerful, that my own definition of the woman I want to be is enough, that I am enough, that I don't walk this path alone, that we can make change and still be the glue that holds this world together so that it always looks like it was whole. We hold the world so gently it sleeps on us. And right now, in 3rd grade, there's a little girl telling Tyrone to shut up and pass her the ball so that she can shoot. We need to celebrate her now. Because womanhood is not about who we become. It is about when we start that journey to finding our way back. Back from these lies, back from these boxes, back from the past, back from the future, back to the present, and back to ourselves. Thank you.
We're going to have our keynote speaker, But let me tell you a little about her before she gets here. Alpha Demelash. Alpha graduated cum laude from Harvard University in 2003, where she majored in government. Alpha co-founded Rising Tide Capital in 2004 to empower undeserved urban entrepreneurs in northern New Jersey. On average, a new Rising Tide business opens every 7 days. Today, the organization has operations in 5 locations throughout northern New Jersey and runs the state's largest annual business pitch competition, the Start Something Challenge, serving entrepreneurs from dozens of towns across the state. Alpha is actively building a community of funders to support RTC's national replication through a network of licensed partners, enabling many cities seeking to invest in the existing entrepreneurial energy of their communities to get a head start. Alpha has received a number of awards and recognitions for her work with Rising Tide Capital. In 2009, she was selected and profiled as a CNN hero and recognized by President Barack Obama during a speech at the White House. She was recognized as one of Forbes' most powerful women, challenging the world with philanthropy in August of 2012. Y'all better clap for this sister. Alpha currently serves on the boards of St. Peter's University and Business Alliance for Local Living Economics. She is passionate about social entrepreneurship, education, conflict resolution, and the environment. We present to some, introduce to others, our keynote speaker, Alpha Demelash.
Oh my, wow. It is a humbling experience to be introduced thus, and so thank you. Thank you to our fabulous MC. Can we give her a round of applause? Wow. And I would be remiss if I also did not thank every person who's sitting here. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for celebrating Women's History Month. And I will say, as somebody, I graduated from school, it is true, in 2003, and I was in Jersey City, moved in, first deposit on the line by 2004, and May 26, 15 years ago, Rising Tide Capital was born, blocks away from here, with a co-founder of mine, Alex Forrester. And I will say that when we came to the city, this was the city where we felt like we could see the world on the cheap. We didn't have to go far, because just like the performance that we just got to enjoy from all our performance, the diversity of this city is incredible. It is incredible. It is, as a young person who was born and raised in Ethiopia, as an immigrant coming here, wanting to change the world, well, you know, when the world is around you, blocks away from you, that you could go to Little India, that you can come to City Hall, that there are people who are here to welcome you, to talk to you, it really was such a wonderful place for me to begin my professional journey. And so with that, and I also give great thanks to our City Council. Let's give them a round of applause, because it is public service. And our mayor, the current sitting mayor, as well as our former mayor who is in the house. I believe Mayor Healy is in the house as well. So thank you, Mayor Healy. Yes. I will say that my co-founder and I have grown up in the city, and we still recall the day that Mayor Fulop, then an aspiring city council person, came and found us at a cafe called Sweet Priscilla's. And we were coaching one of our entrepreneurs who was working on her business. I still remember as if it was yesterday, Freedom from Frenzy. Her name was, gosh, look at me. I'm blanking on my favorite human being on the planet. But she was, we were sitting there working on her business plan, and he walked around and said, "What are you guys doing anyway?" We looked so earnest that we're like, it was the most important thing that we could put together. So it is wonderful to be here surrounded truly by friends, by family, and by partners who've stood with us. And there are so many city leaders who are women, going back to the very first days, who've opened doors for us, who've encouraged us and said, hey, make this your home. So when you talk about home, it's easy to get long-winded, so I actually have prepared remarks. And so I'll tell you a little bit about the journey and why this is so important, and why we're so excited every bit, the same way we were excited 15 years ago. It feels like 15 days. So as a CEO and co-founder of Rising Tide Capital, it's been my privilege to lead an organization that owes so much of its existence to the city. 15 years ago, my co-founder Alex Forrester graduated from college ready to change the world. And through this series of fortunate events, we landed here. We walked up and down Martin Luther King Boulevard, meeting and learning from people, trying to understand how what would eventually become Rising Tide Capital could make a difference in their lives. Today, we are an organization serving more than 1,000 entrepreneurs a year in 6 cities throughout New Jersey in both English and Spanish. Thanks to investors in this work, like the City of Jersey City, we have created a model for small and micro business development that we're about to scale nationally. And we're actually welcoming national partners to come right here and learn right here with us and our partners. For the past 5 years, we've had a national replication partner in the south side of Chicago. And this summer, 2 new cities, Charlotte, North Carolina, and Charleston, South Carolina, are scheduled to learn and to adapt from our homegrown model right here. More than 2,500 people have graduated from our Community Business Academy. So if you have a friend who you're like trying to help them to start their business, and you're going around and around in circles because businesses take a long time to develop, you can always call Rising Tide Capital and send them over. Every single person has been fully scholarshiped, thanks to our funding partners, from the city to the banks to others that we've gone to say, local economic development requires all of us, civilians and institutions partnering. They taught us how to think about our approach in this work. Many of them are own entrepreneurs, and because we saw their faces at the other end of our failure or success, their stories have powered this work every single day. Today, that work has never been more important. We're living in an age of radical transformation. The age of the digital industrial revolution, and as a woman leading this organization, I do want to challenge every woman sitting here today to think about your work. Literally, our spiritual leaders here, our artists, every single one that has come and tried to evoke our sense of purpose, we are going to need all of that and everything that we've inherited for generations as women leaders to lead during this time. And you know what I'm talking about. That little device in our hands is changing the world around us, and it is changing us, and it is changing our children. And so we have to be up, awake, and watching and learning to figure out how to lead in this world. This is the digital industrial revolution. It is shifting everything, and it's accelerating. So I want you to think about your jobs, not just as jobs, not just as a list of tasks you do every day for which you are compensated, but for your true work, for your true life's purpose. For generations, our work as women has been defined for us. I think our spoken word artists today reminded us of that. As mothers, as wives, as daughters, our roles are designed for nurturing, for healing, for making people whole. We've been socialized differently than our male counterparts. So to some extent, we have grown skills that they have not. We need our women to have confidence in their leadership and what they bring to the table, because it is precisely these skills that we will need to take our communities, our country, and literally our world forward. In this new era, while we have so much more connectivity than ever before, we are losing relationships, connectivity, and community. Who better to keep our communities whole and healthy than we as women? I have always known and understood the value of women's work through the amazing women I've seen in my life. My aunts, my grandmother, my mother-in-law, the women, I could list them on and on. These amazing examples of women leading in their homes and their lives inspired the creation of Rising Tide Capital. We serve 70% women, 90% people of color, and 80% low to moderate income individuals. Many of them have never been invited to the entrepreneurial table. They've never even thought of themselves as entrepreneurs. They often think entrepreneurs are people who look like my fellow Harvard graduate Mark Zuckerberg, or somebody who's sitting in some high-rise, maybe at a WeWork, tinkering on the next highly scalable idea. And all the accolades that my gracious mistress of ceremonies today listed is us, myself, my co-founder, my team, literally standing up in front of crazy audiences to say, they're not the ones making the world. They're influencing the world. They have an outsized influence right now. But literally the people who are in this room, the person who's holding a microphone to sing and practicing every day, stand behind the camera over there doing his work. The videographers, the camera people, these are the people who make our world, who give us a sense of community and connection. And it is that we have been with a megaphone challenging. And we've also been saying, excuse me, that just 2% of venture capital goes to women-owned businesses? What? Just a tiny, tiny fraction of that just goes to people of color? What does that mean? Only 8% of philanthropy hits home in communities of color. What's that all about? And so yes, we are a pain on the side of some of our partners nationally, but we are saying we have to build the world that we want to live in. And we have to invest in that world. It's just not going to happen if we don't pay attention. And so that is what we've been doing with Rising Tide Capital, and why we have been so vocal nationally and globally, because we see our work right here needing to happen in every community, and we see the leadership of our women entrepreneurs now by their thousands doing incredible things. I want to tell you about a couple of them. So Assemblywoman Angela McKnight, you probably know that name, a few of you, a true warrior for her community, for meeting the deepest needs for connection and community across generations, not simply as a politician, but also as a business owner and a nonprofit executive, is a Rising Tide graduate. Mayani Lawson, who is celebrating 5 years of Bergen Lafayette Montessori School, bringing through diversity, ethnic and economic, into a bilingual classroom, a mom who wanted to create a badly needed learning experience for all children, not just hers, but in her community. She's a Rising Tide entrepreneur. And there's a village of Rising Tide entrepreneurs who support that school. It's amazing. Nia Reed Allen, who realized through her own journey with postpartum depression that there is a need for healing services for women in their 4th trimester, and has created a range of services to address this through her business, Myrtle and Flossie. She's a Rising Tide entrepreneur. Janaba Jones, who wanted to start a restaurant and then realized there was a desperate need for a commercial kitchen in Hudson County, as well as specifically designed support services for food entrepreneurs, and Hudson Kitchen was born. Lizzie Vasquez and Perla Nieves wanted to create a community around local foodpreneurs in Jersey City and to create a destination event for young and old alike during winter. And Midnight Market was born, which has expanded over the river to Brooklyn and is in talks to produce an event in California, which was born right here in Jersey City. I could go on and on like this, and we will be here for another 15 years. truly, it's extraordinary. And you remember how you heard that fact that a rising tide business is being born every 7 days? That's now every 3 days. Wow. Thank you. There are 13 community business academies full of entrepreneurs, 21 of them in each class, taking place simultaneously every semester. So, you know, we're doing more than Harvard Business School is doing, and I get very competitive about the situation. So, and our entrepreneurs are really, they're changing the world. But what we see in all of these examples that I just shared with you is women lead best. Finding spaces where there's a need and filling them with love, with passion, and with the courage to blaze trails, not just for themselves, but for others. And we heard this in the mayor's remarks about women leaders. They use business and entrepreneurship as a tool for healing and for hope. And in our 15 years at Rising Tide Capital, the results show us the value of this work. Within 2 years of graduating from our programs, not only do entrepreneurs in business see a 112% increase in business sales, with a corresponding 58% increase in household income, but we also see a 54% reduction in their use of public assistance. This should be good news for government. Together with the stories of the incredible people we work with, this data cements even more firmly in our minds that this is the work that we all need to be doing, that this work is necessary, affirming, and important. And it's not just for our entrepreneurs, but for our entire community, for all of us, and for me. For me, because I am the daughter of an entrepreneur. And I saw my mom laboring and sewing her gowns at night, having come home from a waitressing job, and she put away her money to send me to school, to bring me to this country, and to educate my little sister, and be this incredible community leader. And I can't get her to move to Jersey City to take care of her grandkids because of that community. She's still up in Boston. Someday it will work. You know, grandparents are extremely important during these times. Yes, congratulations, by the way. Our mayor has a new son. Yes, yes. And so doing this work is not just business. It is life for so many of us. And Rising Tide is privileged to be doing this work with our city, with funders, and people who are sitting right here in this room. My team is also here with me. I have a few phenomenal women who have come out to support me. Can you please rise, Rising Tide guests and staff? Can you please rise Rachel, Alicia, Aisha, our strategic advisory co-founder? Yes, thank you, Sharnita. I know they're hiding. And this last part, which is super exciting as I close here, you've heard about our national work. You hear a lot about us making trouble, maybe challenging folks around what needs to happen. But the most exciting news, other than turning 15 in the city we love and adore, is that we are going to have a new and permanent home in Jersey City. Do a little dance. Yes. We have been on the same 3-block radius in Jersey City for 15 years on Martin Luther King Boulevard. And we've been the wandering team. You know, we don't want to say, we've been wandering through the deserts as our property values have appreciated and as we have grown as a team and as our entrepreneurial community has grown. And so on this 15th year, we are going to be calling 311 MLK Boulevard by Claremont and MLK. Wow. Yes, it's beautiful. I think we have brochures. Rachel has them. Yes, so we are buying this building, which has been a dream for 7 years. We thought we might lease a little corner of it when it was going up, and then we thought we might lease half of it, and then before you know it, we're now at a point where we are purchasing this building, and it's a magnificent partnership between public and private funders who've come together. The City of Jersey City Community Development has been a huge partner. Carmen, can you please rise? Thank you so much for anchoring this project and seeing it through. And I know we have Natalie in the room from Fidelity. Can you please rise? Thank you so much. Nobody knows all the work that goes behind the scenes in making something like this happen, and it's extraordinary because we also have 10 units of affordable housing there. We have space for our entrepreneurs to co-work and to partner with us, for our community partners to have a space so close to the new City Hall Annex. We are so excited, and we invite anyone and everyone to please learn about this 311 mlk.risingtidecapital.org. You'll see what we're trying to make a reality, and hopefully we'll be able to reconfigure and finish fit out and have you over to just express our delight and hospitality to be on this journey with you. And we believe that the next 15 years will be extraordinary, and not because of anything fancy, but because we have a home where we could do this, because women's leadership stands tall, because you dare to show up on an evening to celebrate this decades after, because the mayors and the city council members and everybody's coming together to say at the end of the day, this is the moment for our leadership, and it starts from home, and it will be the brightest beacon across the world. And that's what this city has done, starting with Lady Liberty and all the way. And we're sending a message of inclusion, and we're sending that message from the city. I came in to this talk with having just had a meeting with Soraya Hebron, who's the Chief Officer for Diversity and Inclusion for the city. So we're partnering, we're collaborating, and I'm so excited to be here. I'm honored for this honor. Thank you to all the hands that have gone into making the flowers, to everybody who's organized this event. Thank you, and blessings to you, and congratulations to all the other honorees. Thank you so much.
Awesome woman, just an awesome woman. I'm not going to hold y'all. We're going to have our council president at this time, Rolando Lavaro Jr. I'm going to call Phyllis Gordon.
Just read something about
Okay. Yeah. Phyllis was born and raised in Jersey City, one of 5 children. Phyllis has earned a BA in elementary education and an MA in urban education from New Jersey City University. Phyllis is very active in her community, participating in programs such as the Girl Scout Mothers, the Martin Luther King Jr. Parade, and Scholarship Committee. She is the proud mother of her precious gift, her daughter, Chanel Nicole. Let's give her a hand clap. Hey, cousin. God bless you. Liz Fisher. Let's give her a hand clap. Liz Fisher. Liz is a 3rd-year law student at New York University and volunteers as a member of Jersey City Together's housing team. She advocates for the enforcement of our city and state's strong tenant protective laws and organize tenants to assert their rights. She is proud to be a part of Jersey City Together. She has also volunteered for the Waterfront Project in Jersey City, and she is a Deborah T. Peritz Fellow at Legal Services of New Jersey. Let's give her a hand clap. Councilwoman at Large Joyce Waterman, Maria Saul Lozano. Maria has served the communities of Hudson County in various roles at Liberty Savings Federal Credit Union, couldn't think of the word. Straight from a work-study program at Dickinson High School. Maria was given the opportunity to lead Liberty Savings Federal Credit Union. Maria attended St. Peter's University, where she earned her Bachelor's of Science in Accounting. Maria has actively been involved in the JCPS Advisory Board, a member of the Jersey City Kiwanis Club, and president of the Hudson chapter of New Jersey Credit Union League. Let's give her a hand clap. Christine Bridger. Christine is currently a business developer for BCB Bank and is committed to serving Hudson County through her work with BCB, guiding families and providing financial services in an effort for them to succeed. Christine is active in her community, serving on the boards of the Hoboken Rotary Club, the Hoboken Shelter, and several other organizations. Christine has been chosen to be the Grand Marshal. Christine has been chosen to be the Grand Marshal of the Jersey City Caribbean Carnival Festival. Councilman at Large, Daniel Rivera. Amanda Blue. Come on up. Amanda is a daughter and a mother to Kayla and Jada, and a servant of the community. Amanda is a graduate of James J. Ferris High School and attended New Jersey City University Upward Bound program. Amanda is an active member of the BLESC, Blacks in Law Enforcement, serving the community, blessed and enjoys participating in various activities. Give her a hand clap. All right, bless. Carmen Torres. Carmen relocated to Jersey City along with her two daughters, Crystal and Lillian. She was hired at Aspire Inc. of New Jersey as an AmeriCorps program manager and worked her way to the vice president of the statewide organization. Her tenure at Aspire, an education-focused organization, allows her to advocate on behalf of children and parents. Give her a hand clap. Carmen also champions on behalf of her culture. Denise Ridley, Councilwoman Ward A. Councilwoman Ward A. Dominique Smith is a proud native resident of Jersey City. She is an alumni of Montclair State University and Rider University, where she acquired her master's degree in organizational leadership with a concentration in higher education. She currently serves as an admissions counselor for New Jersey City University and as a speaker and facilitator, partnering with organizations such as the Rotary Club, the Urban League of Hudson County, and YMCA. Woo! Bess Morris! Come on, Bess! Bess Morris! She became founding president of the Family School Association. While at TECCS, she connected with fellow parent Heather Walsh, artistic director of Speranza Theater Company, whose mission is to create thought-provoking, collaborative theater centered on women issues. Bess and her husband Fred produced a documentary about Grammy-nominated singer-songwriter Sharon Katz from South Africa, who in 1993 put together the first interracial children's choir in South Africa. Give her a hand clap. Mira Perez, Councilwoman, Ward B. Alpha Frenzeri, I'm saying it wrong. Help me. I'll get it right one of these days. Born in Alpha Muhammad. Afaf Muhammad. I'm gonna get it right. Afaf Muhammad. Born and raised in Jersey City, New Jersey, to parents who held an extensive background in volunteer services in their Jersey City community. She is a certified identity theft, risk management specialist, a Reiki master. Y'all better watch it. She's a Reiki master teacher and an ordained minister of the Universal Life Church. She is currently the point person for the Boys and Girls Club of Marion Gardens, where she assists children with their homework and activities to increase the children's social interactions in the community. Come on, let's give her a hand clap. Mae Young. I'm gonna get it right. Mae Young. Come on, Mae. Come on down. Mae married Jeff Young and moved to Long Island to raise their children, Doreen and Derek. In 2015, Mae opened Halftime Bar and Grill on Westside Avenue. In 2018, Halftime Bar and Grill was a Jersey City Small Business Award recipient. Mae joined the board of the Westside Community Alliance and Hispanic American Commerce Association. Mae's Chili was the grand prize winner of the first Westside Chili Kickoff. She probably could make some real good chili. All right. Rich Bugiano, Councilman, Ward C. Now listen, Dr. Bishnu Maya Pariyar is she here? Come on. Oh, this is a beautiful lady. In orange, is a prolific social entrepreneur and passionate about her home country, Nepal. She let me know that the dancer was from Nepal because she's from Nepal. She made her way to the United States, received a Bachelor of Arts from Pine Manor College, a Master of Arts from Clark University, and most recently an honorary Doctor of Letters from Pine Manor College in 2013. She began working with the Municipal Council of Jersey City to pass a resolution granting TPS status for Nepalese living in the United States. And it passed in 2015 and again in 2018. Mayor Fulop then appointed her to serve as an advisor to the Diversity and Inclusion Board. Let's give her a hand clap. Whatever, Mayor. Evelyn Rodriguez Rubio. She made her way to Jersey City, earning a dual MBA degree in healthcare Administration and Business Management from St. Peter's University in 2013. Evelyn has been working for Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield since 1996 and is currently the Senior Implementation Lead. She is a member of SOMOS, whose mission is to unite, advocate, and raise awareness in the Latino community. Evelyn is also a very active member of her parish, St. Joseph's Church, assisting with the Hispanic community there, for which she received a medal. Let's give her a hand clap. Michael Young. Is he here, Michael? Oh, you're here for Michael. All right. Catherine Healy Tiscornia, the daughter of Maureen Healy and Jeremiah T. Healy, former mayor of Jersey City. Miss Healy Tiscornia is married to Jude Anthony Tiscornia, who has 2 beautiful daughters. Anna, 7 years old, and Catherine, 4 years old. Miss Healy Tiscornia holds the position of Chief Counsel for the Hudson County Department of Family Services. After earning her Juris Doctorate from Seton Hall Law School, she began her career working as a law clerk for the Honorable Kevin G. Callahan, JSC. Let's give her a hand clap. Helen Mitchell. Now this lady, I'm telling y'all, Miss Mitchell was born and raised in the Jersey City Heights. Next month, Miss Mitchell will be 93 years young. Mitchell, a Jersey City firefighter with ladder company number 11 on Lincoln Street. Listen, we all trying to get there. Let's give her another hand clap. My God, my God, my God. My God, James Solomon, Councilman Ward E. Crystal Kovic. Crystal. All right. It's a native who has been a resident of Jersey City for the last 10 years. She and her husband Jake have a 7-year-old daughter, Nakia, who is a first grader at PS 16. She co-founded the grassroots organization NJ08 for Progress to hold our representatives accountable and advocate for progressive policies in our congressional district and state. Give her a hand clap. Lillian Bustle. Come on, Lillian, come on down. Well, Lillian is a burlesque performer, singer, MC, producer of Jersey City Burlesque, and public speaker, gleeful loudmouth about body exceptions. How many of y'all want to accept your bodies just like it is? She is a proud graduate of the New York School of Burlesque and has been performing burlesque for over 6 years. Let's give her a hand clap. Wow. Wow. And then last but not least, Ward F. Ward F. Ward F. Ward F. Ward F. Jackson. Kimberly Prince, come on down. Kimberly became a part of Honey, whose mission is helping others now by empowering yourself. The organization formed a double Dutch team, the Honeybees. Come on, y'all know the Honeybees. Kimberly used her skills to help mentor and coach the children in and outside the rope. In October 2017, a car tragically struck her son, Jeremiah Grant, also known as Jerry. But she continued on with the Honeybees. So let's give her a hand clap for Jumpin' Jerry. Vote for Jerry. Jump for Jerry. Jump for Jerry.
Jump for Jerry.
Jump for Jerry. And then we have Dana Mondadori Patton. Dana Mondadori Patton is currently working as a human resources operations manager at Brown Brothers Harriman. Her husband, Guy Patton, and their son, Finnegan, have volunteered for 15 years with Grace Community Service